Hi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. So, have you choked? Have you choked? Good. Avia, let's pretend that it happened. Right, Avia's Avia wanted to introduce the show. So she's off air, she's practicing. Off air, she's practicing. And she starts slowly. Walaikum salam, beta kya haal hai? ठीक है सब good? सब ठीक है?
Yes.
खैरियत है? अम्मी अबू ठीक है?
Yes.
You meant to say in Urdu.
Let me start again.
Okay, right. Everyone go to see. Let's pretend this didn't happen, right? We go to 5, 4, 3, 2, we're live. I go.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for joining us back on Ramadan Radio Kids on Air Show. My name is Afia Sheikh.
Walaikum salam.
Walaikum salam, Hafiz. Thank you for welcoming us back. Very nicely said. That's fantastic.
Why, thank you.
Right, who else do we have in the studio today?
Abdullah Mike.
Yeah.
Who? What was that? Yeehaw. Oh, we have Miss Yeehaw in the studio. And Miss Yeehaw, who's sitting with you with a lovely frock on there?
Her best friend, Sumaya.
Her best friend, Sumaya. And Sumaya, where are you guys from?
We are sisters.
You are sisters, and where are you from? Wolverhampton, is that right?
We are
Kashmir.
You Kashmir?
Pakistan.
Pakistan, you're from Pakistan. Right?
China.
Abdullah's from China.
Russia.
Obsessed with
Fantastic. This is supposed to be a very serious show about Hajj, and all of a sudden we're talking in different dialects, right? Yeah. So, Afia, are we going to kick off with the show? And the last bit of the show that you've got ready and planned for us? Afia's having a bit of Alia's having a bit of a laughter fit here. Abdullah's
Yeehaw.
Miss Yeehaw's gonna right. Abdullah's a pop star. Behind the scenes, he's been doing all sorts of funkiness. We've got video footage of him. If you pay the right money, we'll probably leak that, won't we?
Okay, pay to me. I'll sing it for you.
Will you? All right,
Okay, go on.
How much?
£3,000.
Nah,
I can give you a pen.
give us.
I can give you a slap.
No,
Come on, then.
no slap, no slaps. Abdullah, okay, for £3,000, are you going to give us a sample? Give us a little bit of feel, and then we'll decide if we're going to put 3,000.
We need to see if you're worthy of going on properly.
Yeah, we gotta see that. No. All right then. Right.
So we've got one more riddle. What can you catch but not throw?
Don't say the answer. You do not have. You have another 2 more riddles too.
Oh, we got some.
No,
more.
1 more.
Can we?
2. I have 2. Oh, you have 2 too. Yay.
What can you catch but not throw?
Okay, right. Now, Alia, can you continue with our Hajj? Finish up with what we have some information about the Hajj. So the listeners who are wanting to know a little bit more, after all your giggles, they'll be over to you.
Okay. But the first thing I want to tell you.
Go on then.
The first thing I want to tell you.
A is for apple. No.
B is for bear.
I want to tell you that men wear just 2 on Hajj and Umrah. Men wear 2 white plain clothes, and it's called ihram.
It's cloth, not clothes. Calm down. God, you wear no pants too. I know. It's happened to me before, you know.
White cloth is worn so all the men are equal, whether rich or poor.
Fantastic. We've got a Shazia.
ladies.
We've got a Shazia Razak listening. She said, "So sweet." I don't know who she said that to. I'm sure it's going to be one of you girls.
Probably me, obviously.
Probably you. Okay, maybe you as well, Abdullah. Maybe you.
Surrounded by girls all the time.
You are.
Yeah, you're used to it now.
More girls, less boys.
Right, they're saying stop breathing into it. Right, okay, so we get some feedback here coming on the Facebook Live. Right, okay, go. Right,
I'm not done.
you're not done yet.
Ladies wear abayas.
Abayas, okay.
Okay. The Kaaba. The people visit the Kaaba in Mecca and walk around it 7 times anti-clockwise. Not clockwise, anti-clockwise. Muslims believe that the Kaaba was built by Prophet Ibrahim and his son Ismail alayhi salam 4,000 years ago. It is the first house built to worship Allah, and has been made larger over the years. The 2 hills. Safa and Marwa are 2 small hills now located in the Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, between which people walk back and forth 7 times during the Hajj, like when you do tawaf, but instead you go back and forth 7 times. Doing this helps us remember the struggles that Hajar and Ismail alayhi salam faced when they were in the desert. During Hajj, people spend night praying and sleeping near Mina. They also collect pebbles to throw at Shaitan. They visit Mount Arafat, where Prophet Muhammad ﷺ gave his final sermon. People camp in Mina and throw small stones to Shaitan. There are 3 large pillars which depict 3 shaitans. The sacrifice. Animals are sacrificed.
That guy, she looked at her. She goes, "Where did that sheep come from?" So
Maybe one of us are sheep in disguise.
I think the person's sitting in front of me then.
No, I think the person sitting in front of me.
Ali, you look like a sheep. You know what? Because you got the white
That's
scarf
so
on.
colorist.
That's colorist. I know, but I'm just saying what he looks like. You know what I mean? So,
But you have no fluff.
Yeah, but sheep don't have faces like mine.
huh?
But
They don't have
sheep's in
pimples, you mean?
But sheep's in disguise, dude.
Can we back to your riddle? We've got somebody online trying to guess the answer. So I'll give that riddle again. The one about the catching riddle.
What can you catch but not throw?
So Sabat Yasir saying you can catch your breath but not throw it.
No.
Is she right?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
No.
Then
But
she's
it's a
saying.
good one.
Then she's saying.
Don't tell us the answer.
she
'cause
said-
if we say yes, then
We'll see. We don't have to respond. Yeah. But next
that
time.
is wrong. We say no.
We could just say that's a good try.
Oh
and
yeah.
Carry on.
Next one she's saying is it an illness?
Nope.
It's a good try.
It's a good try.
It's a good try. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
So
Nope.
keep guessing. That's fantastic. Look, the listeners are responding live on chat here.
What about the other riddles?
What's the
They're
other riddle?
regular listeners, though.
Yes, they are. What's the other riddle then?
Okay, I got one. Let's lie on my sheet.
Shaitan runs away from me. I am an angry person. Who am I?
It's me.
I already said the answer twice and you keep on forgetting.
But doesn't matter. Maybe the listeners haven't heard it's me.
I'll take it.
Yeah. And Abdullah, you had a riddle as well?
Yeah. What can be as big as an elephant but weighs nothing? It can't be a feather as big as an elephant.
You need to think very carefully.
Okay. Can I take you back to our sheep story? And the sacrifice? Over to you, Alia.
Animals are sacrificed to remember the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam and his son. In this story, Allah commanded Ibrahim alayhi salam to sacrifice his son. As Ibrahim alayhi salam was about to sacrifice his son, Allah told Ibrahim alayhi salam that he had fulfilled his command and replaced his son with a great sacrifice, not also known as a sheep, instead.
Who do you think can make the best voice?
Let's finish your story then. We'll do the
Go
voice.
on then.
After the sacrifice, the next step of Hajj is shaving heads, known as halq. Men cut all the hair, and women cut just a little bit. This day is known as Eid al-Adha.
Do you want to share the joke?
Okay, so Alia said men have to shave their head. And then Abdullah pointed at you, Swankal. No, he has some, just very not able to be seen.
That's hairist.
You were colorist to me.
Was I colorist?
Yes.
Abdullah's having a giggle at me here.
I can see the light reflect from your head.
The light reflector.
Your
Yeah,
head
you can,
is
you
too
can, you
shiny.
can see, you can actually see the white.
You see, the thing is, I polish it. You see, and it's so.
With
it's
what? A cloth? Well,
No, it's not polish. It's bold.
You know when you have dishes and you can see the light in them. Do you dry them home and wash it with that.
A ducky.
Wash it with your head.
I'm upset now. I don't want to.
We'll make it up to you. This is a very good show. That's how I'm making it.
I don't want
up
to
to
play with you guys anymore. You guys are bullies. You're bullying me now. You're bullying me live on radio.
Who are you? Are you okay? Here, let me make a compliment for you.
Go on then.
I like your hair.
Do you
On
like-
your beard.
Like.
On your
Everybody who's
beard.
watching on Facebook, look at me. Like.
Wait.
Like. And all the people that know my dad,
You guys.
they
you-
have seen his head be reflected.
Well, look. The thing is, I've actually cut it.
Really?
I've had it cut. Look at that.
Really?
When-
From Eyes Barbers.
From the barbers, yes, a couple of days ago. So I'm choosing to have it short.
Oh, your style now.
Yes, my style.
I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it back. I'm going to.
Can I save your hair?
You know
your
how
beard,
you,
like, could
you know how
save
you,
mine?
you know how you said that we are bullies.
Yeah.
This is going to make you happy.
Go on then.
If you live in Wolverhampton,
Yeah.
near Jamia Masjid,
Jamia Masjid.
Jamia.
Jamia.
there's Malik Butchers. The burgers are really nice, so go get the burger.
Oh, you've been today, have you?
Yeah.
Well, it's a deli, you know that's a deli, and it's a fast food joint. It's not just the butcher's.
I haven't been there. I should go.
There you go. You missed out. You missed out.
I was doing something for you while I was at home.
You were doing it for yourself, and because you were doing it there, and you forgot last week. You had a whole week. You
Just
Didn't tell me, blame.
finger down, baby.
Just say
Finger
No
down.
pointing. No
Okay,
pointing. No
blame-
pointing.
Blame the older sister. She doesn't tell me or Alia. We got told in the car.
Well, look, in front of your older sister, I spoke to your older dad, much older, and I told him in front of your older sister, to your older dad, that next week you guys are on.
You told us that yesterday.
No.
When did you tell us that?
yesterday.
Last week.
Yesterday.
Calm down, lady.
Yesterday.
Right, try again. Try again.
Do it. Go on.
Little bit.
You turn my mic off.
Go on then. Go on, we can hear you.
You turn my mic off.
You did my. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, say it again. Ali, I'll think Ali, go. No, look, you're upsetting all our listeners now. You're shouting.
Just shouting
You're
in
shouting. Hey,
front
listen,
of
I told your dad in the car when you picked your sister up. Anyway, listen, we're going off point, guys. Can we just, Ali, finish our story, please? And we will quickly put your nasheed on as well. You've got nasheed, labbaik Allahumma labbaik, aren't you? Go on
Don't
then.
tell
One
the
of my
viewers.
favorites.
Meant to be a surprise.
Yes.
Finally, the people returned to Mecca to the Kaaba and do tawaf again. Anyone who completed Hajj is called Haji. Maybe. I don't know how to pronounce
That's right.
it.
That's fine. Haji.
Yeah, I'm done.
Thank you very much. Now, we have a lovely nasheed lined up. Before we go to nasheed, what I'd like to do is I'd like to say a hello and assalamu alaikum to Mustafa Yasser over in Birmingham. Do you know Mustafa Yasser?
Yes.
Yeah.
He says salam to everybody who's listening. So he says salam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Not you, uncle. Not me.
Just saying, me and Maya have a riddle.
Okay. Do you want to do the riddle before we go to our nasheed? Go on, let's Maya. Go on then. Go on. Let's hear this
Wait,
riddle.
Maya has one
Middle.
riddle. Okay. So, what has two hands but no arms or legs?
That's so easy.
I
always
know.
say that.
I wanted to say the other one, but she said, "Can I say the other one?"
Okay.
My daddy has a riddle.
Right, Ilyas is listening, and to the earlier riddle, he says helium balloon.
No, but that's a good idea.
Dun, dun.
Good
How
idea.
can helium balloon be bigger than elephant?
No,
Elephant.
the cold one. You know,
Okay.
what can you catch but not for?
You just
Yeah.
can't.
Oh my god! Right, over to Nishi. I'm turning the mics off for these guys.
Wait.
Right, the mics have gone off. I'm going to play the Nasheed, right, and we'll catch you on the other side.
إن
لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك
Hello. لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك لا شريك لك لبيك.
I know it's on live.
Fantastic, guys. Look,
I just got told.
do you know what? I enjoyed that. I know
So
you,
did I.
I know you guys were singing along, and I sneakily put it.
But nobody heard me.
I didn't even know all of it.
I didn't know all of it, but
I just know the
I knew it on because the light was on.
I was humming along, and you guys were doing fantastic. Okay, the song's over. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. Right, I enjoyed that. I really did enjoy that. Right, Afia, could you tell us about your last two khalifas? Is it khalifas, wasn't it?
Yes.
Just 1 minute.
Yes.
Nobody has called in, which is sad.
It's okay. We've got a lot of people are using their new form of communication, which is on Facebook comments. They're sending comments in. They're going on WhatsApp as well. Yes.
But I don't have a phone.
Yes, go on.
07 440 420 432.
And you can call us on 01902 972 150.
Thank you very much.
150.
Right. Can we have your last few
Khalifas.
Khalifas, please?
So our third Khalifa is Uthman ibn Affan. He has ruled from 644 to 656 CE. Uthman is the most known for having an official version of the Qur'an established from one originally put together from Abu Bakr. This version was then copied and used as the standard version moving forward. I wonder where it is now. Like the other Khalifas, he was a close companion to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
It is said that Uthman spent great amount of his wealth on charity and helping the needy. And we just got our last Khalifa, Ali ibn Abi Talib. Ali was the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's cousin and son-in-law. He was married to his younger daughter Fatima. He was considered the first male convert to Islam. Ali is well known for being a wise leader. He wrote many speeches and proverbs. He ruled from 656 to 661 CE. And that's all the Khalifas.
Just, what's a Khalifa?
A Khalifa is like after the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away, they were like the people.
They were the leaders, yeah. They led the Muslims.
The people thought that everything was over after.
Yeah, so they were they were
But they never knew
nominated.
there were more people
So the people who led on the
Yes,
Muslims.
they
who
led.
carried on
Yeah.
religion.
Right, right, thank you very much. I'm just going to conclude. That's fantastic for you guys. Really, really appreciate it. We've got a couple of minutes before we end this segment, but Hajj was a fantastic topic from you guys, and it's going to be coming more and more over the next couple of weeks. And so, just to conclude that, every person who is an elder adult is a compulsory for them to do Hajj, right? If you have the ability and the means to do it, right? Whoever performs Hajj to the house of Kaaba and doesn't commit any wrongdoings, he will come out from doing Hajj as a free and born without any sins. That's a hadith from Bukhari. Okay, so that's the real kind of a message we want to get across to you guys, and we should make the most of the 10 days that we're here when Dhul Hijjah starts, and understand what's going on. We will be picking up on this topic more and more. And if you listen to any of our other shows during the week, during the weekend, everybody is giving you that little bit of insight. Some in English, some in Urdu. It's fantastic. Kurdish language is online as well. So keep tuned and have a look. Right, Abdullah, could you for me tell us your riddles and give the answers, because we've got
Wait.
the
One
yes
minute.
yes
Sumaya,
Alia.
she has a riddle.
Go on then, Sumaya, you give us riddle then.
I go around.
Okay, I'll read it. I've been around for millions of years, but I'm not even a month old. I'm less than a month old.
You've been around millions of years, but you're less than a month old.
And I got a long riddle.
We'll keep the long riddle. Let's
The
get.
answer, you can give the answer next week.
Oh.
We're going to announce the answer next week.
Is the one I said? I
Yes.
told you. Can we come back to that, because we're running out of time?
That riddle
Okay,
is
then.
really
The
hard.
first riddle is, what can be as big as an elephant but weighs nothing? And if somebody types it in,
No, you give us the answer. So because we've got some listeners trying to guess now and they want to know.
dun, dun,
Go on then.
dun. The answer is...
Shadow.
Okay, the two riddles.
So then say that again. Say it incomplete. All of it
Okay,
now.
what can be as big as an elephant and weighs nothing? A shadow.
It's a shadow.
It's shadow.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know. I was thinking.
You didn't.
No.
I told you.
I wasn't sure. Right. What's the other riddle that you had, Alia? Afia.
I'm offended.
Sheep. Bat. Bat. Bat.
Baldy looks.
Yes, Goldilocks. Okay, so the two riddles are: Shaitan runs away from me. I'm an angry person. People fear me. Who am I? No, it's Umar radiallahu anhu.
She just talked about it.
Oh yes.
I even said it. Look, I even said it while I was talking about him.
Yeah, you mentioned.
He was an
about
angry
it.
man.
Yeah, Shaitan ran in the opposite direction when he came. That's how feared he is.
Opposite. The
Oh my
opposite.
God.
And
He
the
doesn't
other riddle is:
Yeah.
What can you catch but not throw?
Cold.
Cold. I accidentally said that, but I don't think anyone heard.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Are
Right.
you sure?
And then have we given all the answers of all the riddles that we've done?
I think we have.
Last one I meant to say.
Give us the last one again.
I've been around for millions of years, but I'm less than a month old.
What is it? Tell us.
The moon.
The moon.
The moon.
The moon.
Alia.
I got the other answer.
Okay.
I have hands but no legs. It's a clock.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And another one. I have another one. It's a funny one. Why do bees hum?
Like bzz, bzz, bzz.
Because
People.
they're flies.
Bit-
No, because
No,
they
can I
have
say the
wings.
answer? Because they don't know the words of the song.
They don't know the word, so they hum.
No, I got another one.
Go on.
then.
So there was a plane crash.
Yeah.
Every single person died. Who survived? The answer.
There was a plane crash and every single person died.
The plane.
No, who survived?
The plane.
The plane crashed. It wasn't the plane was still flying.
I have another riddle.
No, I'm going to land.
Go on. I don't know the answer.
All the couples, because every single person.
Oh. Okay, my one. A plane crash on the border of Mexico and another country. Where are the survivors buried?
In between.
No, which country?
Say that again.
Say that, I got
Okay.
it. I know.
Okay, Uncle, wait, be quiet. I want these to
what-
guess.
A plane crashed in between on a border of Mexico, and I don't know the other country. I forgot that.
Okay, go on. Yeah, go on.
Where are the survivors going to be buried?
Where they want to be buried.
No, they're dead. No.
In
Where are
the ocean.
Nope.
The ocean. Okay.
In
So-
where they were born, the country.
Nope. What do you think?
When they died.
Nope.
In the plane.
In a plane.
No. Okay,
where
I'll
do
tell you
you
the answer.
where do you bury,
In the graveyard.
Where do you bury
In
the
the
survivors?
They're survivors, so they don't bury them. See? God. No, the question was a plane crashed on the border of two countries. Where do the survivors be buried? You said in a grave.
You said where
No, where the
I-
survivors buried.
Right, listen, guys, we're gonna bring the session to an end. If you just want to say assalamu alaikum and goodbye or any mention to anybody,
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
walaikum assalam.
Jazakallah.
Alhamdulillah, tayyiba. So listen, we will continue the show after the next segment.
Bye.
So everyone's getting a bit too excited, and I've just turned your mics off. Okay, so we'll catch you on the other side of the breaks. Stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. We are back. Yeah, here kids on air. Now it's youth on air. We have our lovely guests in our studio. Guest, do you want to start off? Tell our listeners who you are and introduce yourselves and tell us what's happening today. We've had a fantastic show before you guys came. We had a bit of a sing-song. We had lots of riddles. We've had laughter. They called me Goldilocks.
Oh, that's a good description of
and
you.
they said if you could see the camera that I polished my they said I pushed my head.
With the thing they wash dishes with.
Look, this is still going on. Just because I called her a sheep because she had a white hijab on, right? And she went, bah, she looked like a sheep. Look, she looks like a sheep there. There you go. Now you get all upset. Bold people have feelings. So anyway, who we got in the studio today?
Assalamu alaikum, this is Fatima Malik.
Assalamu alaikum, it's Zakia.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Afia.
Okay, you're not going to give your surnames?
Sheikh.
No.
What's your surname?
Sheikh.
Afia, what's your surname?
Sheikh.
No. What's your
But how
surname?
do you spell Sheikh?
Sheikh.
Oh shit, we said we spell it whoopsie daisy. Astaghfirullah, we spell it the same.
You spell the same.
Some people spell it differently, like SHI.
No, people say
EKH.
SHA.
Yeah. This is the right way of spelling it. Just thought I'd remind you.
It is the right way.
It is the right way.
It is.
Sometimes I spell my own name wrong though. I spell it like when I'm saying it, I'll spell SHAKE. I'm like, that's the wrong way. Like as in shake, shake.
Shake the room.
Yeah, I'm a bit silly sometimes.
Like a milkshake.
Yeah, like milkshake.
So a Malik and a Sheikh married to get married. What do you call them?
Milkshake.
Milkshake.
Really, I'm kind of a milkshake.
Were you the milkshake? Fatima the milkshake?
your mom?
Like a strawberry shake. Yeah.
Your mom's a shake. I'm a
Thanks for
Malik.
giving my
I'm
mom's
just a
name.
Sheikh.
There we go. It's fine. Sorry.
Yeah.
We all
So are we
shake.
hiding your mom's name?
Yes.
Are we hiding her behind?
No,
she's
we're
been
not.
she's been on the radio. I know.
Uncle, your name is not a Sheikh. You're the odd one out now.
My name's
No, but
Malik.
he's Mal.
Yeah.
Malik.
And
I'm
I'm on.
I provide. I'm the milk provider.
We're milkshakes.
Right. I think we've gone off topic. Yes. Afia, thank you very much. Afia's been in the first part of the show and she's loved it so much she doesn't want to go home. So she'll stay on a little bit longer.
That's
and
fine.
Zakia,
You can join in on our conversation as we're having it as well.
Zakia, could you tell our audience what we're going to be discussing today?
Yeah, so we thought we'd talk about social media and the use of it and kind of the benefits of it, because there is many benefits, but also maybe the slightly more kind of like negative impact it can have on the youth.
So some pros,
yeah.
some cons about social media.
Yeah. So I'll just introduce the topic. So social media is obviously a very big part of all of our lives. So most, if not all of us, have some form of social media. So I'm going to just quickly read out the actual definition of social media for anybody who's like unaware. So social media actually is websites and applications that enables users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. So to name a few of these social media websites, you've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, and WhatsApp, amongst many, many others. So I'm just going to quickly ask you, Fatima and Afia, and I guess Yusuf Bar as well. Do any of you have any of them social medias that I've just listed?
Yeah.
I have
Most of
one.
them.
You have one?
I have like four.
Four. How about you?
Do I have to mention it?
You got it out yourself.
Because
I've got.
Go on then. I'll mention it. Hold on. I'll mention it.
You know what? I've got all of them. All of the ones that I've mentioned, I've got an account
Okay,
on
I've
every
got a
single
Facebook.
one.
I've got Instagram. I've got
Snapchat. You've got Snapchat because I've been.
Yep, you've got
You've added me on
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
My kids said I'm too old.
Yes,
I
You
know.
still got it. You still got it.
And,
I agree.
And you're not sending me no streaks,
I don't have that. I don't have it.
bro. I know what the thing is.
Streaks stress me
I
out.
don't have that.
You know Snapchat. That's good.
I have WhatsApp.
Okay.
WhatsApp's the next level, I think. And then I've got LinkedIn. I've got the stuff like that.
Yeah.
What else have you mentioned? I've got Twitter.
You've got all of them there.
Facebook,
You've
you've got
definitely got
TikTok.
Have you got TikTok?
Yeah, and I've got a YouTube channel.
You've got YouTube. You've got all. You're the same as me. And this is only a few. There's way more social media accounts out there. So that just shows in here, even though Afia, you've only got one account, you've still got social media.
True.
So like that just shows how much of a big, like most people, I'm not going to say all because I don't think it's a case of all, but most people will have social media in some way. Because I think that we've got a fly in the studio, so we'll just pause for a minute. No, we'll carry on. Okay, so I'm just gonna pass over to Fatima, and she's just gonna talk about like a couple of the benefits.
So there's like a brief introduction of social media, but let's now get back into the topic. So is social media good or is it bad? Now, ultimately, there's no right or wrong to answer to this question. It's kind of based on a personal opinion. So what benefits are there in social media? Zakia.
So the first benefit, amongst many, so we're going to mention a selected few. There's obviously way more benefits and I guess way more negatives of it, but we're just going to mention a few. So the first one is social media can be used for many noble causes. So people can join communities and discuss their issues within their communities. For example, you go on somewhere like Facebook and you can get into like the Muslim pages in the Muslim communities and you can have a talk on there. And for example, as a Muslim girl, I follow many Islamic pages, amongst others, but some Islamic pages. For example, I follow Mufti Menk, Freshly Grounded, Haramain Official.
Freshly Grounded, I don't follow
Have you
that.
never heard of Freshly Grounded?
No, on Instagram.
Yeah, so they're not actually a page, but they do podcasts and they're really interesting podcasts anyway.
And what they're about?
They're not really about they obviously they've got an Islamic element to it, but they're not solely based on like, it's not all about religion. It's all about like kind of like, I guess, youth issues and like stuff. They have like different guests and they'll come and talk about how their businesses have grown and stuff like that. It's a really nice podcast actually. Like for anybody who doesn't really want to listen to music or maybe wants to just go away from music, this podcast is actually really fun. So like I follow many Islamic pages on there and you can gain so much knowledge from these Islamic pages. For example, like when things are happening in the world, so like what's happening in Yemen and stuff at the moment, I've actually found a lot of it from social media. So I'll go on my stories on Instagram and I'll find that a lot of people are posting very good information. Now, obviously, you've got to be a bit careful because we don't know how much of all this, not about Yemen, but in life, you've got to be careful about the information that people put out there. But you can get a lot of information from social media.
Yeah, you got to be ensured it's verified information.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a lot of fake news. I'm sure you can touch on that later.
Yeah, we're going to talk about fake news later.
Donald Trump's always talking about fake news, right? But in reality, is because you got it's on a social media platform like Instagram. You've already bought into the platform and you're already appreciating. You've already got a connection with that, and then you assume indirectly that everything is coming on there through there. But we know how things can be manipulated. A picture can be taken of you doing something and a little caption at the bottom and made it look like something else. You know what I mean?
It's interesting actually. So you know when all this coronavirus stuff started, there was a video on BBC News. And it was showing how people have like taken, say, like a picture of Donald Trump, not a video of him, and Photoshop the lips of somebody else onto him and him saying something that he's not actually saying. Now, Donald Trump may be a bad example, but people can really use technology and put a lot of fake news out there. So, yeah, we'll get into kind of the negative side of it, but really, like, this point is there's a lot of good stuff out there that you can actually, like, just be aware of what's happening in the world about. Maybe somebody who doesn't want to go on the news all the time can go on there. So that's one benefit. And then I think
I took you off. Sorry,
No,
Zakia.
it's okay.
I went. You were mentioning the different people that you follow. And I didn't. You'd mentioned another one I didn't know about. So tell us.
Haramain Official.
Yeah, what are they about?
Oh, Haramain Official is basically like Makkah and Medina. Actually, no, I think it's mainly Makkah, and they basically put like the khutbahs and then like some snippets. I'm talking about this on Instagram, by the way. They put some snippets of like in Ramadan they had like the witr dua. You know, they do their dua slightly different in like in the haram.
Yeah.
And then they took that, and then I quite enjoy like watching it and reading the translation to the dua that they're reading. Like, I don't know, on my social media, if you go on it, it's so weird. Like, I'm following some celebrities and then I've just got like random Islamic things that come up, and we'll talk about it in a bit. But I follow like such a vast range of like different people on there. Some of
diversity, is it?
Very diverse.
Yeah.
Very, very diverse. Like, I follow some some baking pages. I follow some social media. I follow fitness, sport. I follow Muslim pages. I follow makeup pages. I follow hair pages. Everything. Like, you go on my social media, I don't just watch like Muslim stuff.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah.
She's laughing because I got a hair. So I can follow hair. I can follow hair pages for my children.
You can follow hair for your beard.
Yes, I got a beard page. You know. Well, my kids have my phone sometimes.
I've seen you on social media before.
Oh yeah.
I've seen you on a barber's page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you.
You see me on Eyes Barber hair.
Yeah.
So no, I'm seem to be popped up some now and again, and I'll tell you. Shall I tell you how my interest came into Instagram?
Go on.
right? A friend of mine, I think you know him, Sheikh Abdurrahim Green, about
yeah.
4 or 5 years ago, was with myself, and we were Fatima was blowing into the.
It's not going to
The
do
fly.
anything. The fly's not going to do anything. Just leave it on its own.
Yeah, let it go. Right. Okay. Listen.
It'll get out eventually.
We was having lunch, and he all of a sudden did a little clip of us sitting down lunch, and and it was the fish and chips, and he put. I said, "What we just?" He goes, "I put that on my Instagram." Now, I was like feeling. I was like, "Whoa, I'm on Instagram," and I thought, "How come I need to see that?" So I downloaded the
Yeah, well, now
app, downloaded so that I could see him and his posts. And when we were out and about, we were riding, we were doing all sorts of stuff, right?
it on there.
And he was following, and I was in his videos. I'm like, "Hey, I'm famous here now, right?" And so
Did you get any followers from it?
no, not really. No,
Oh
it
God,
wasn't.
people didn't want to follow you.
No, it wasn't about the followers from it. It was that I wanted to see what was
What it
going
was all
on
about.
from that side, like his followers and people were commenting what was going on, and that was my interest in it. Facebook, with Facebook, it was something. It's an old school thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say
Back
Facebook.
in the days.
Really, Fatima, do you have Facebook?
No, I don't really like it.
So Facebook is like when
Harder
I was
version.
when I was 12, 13, so going back like 10 years.
Yeah, yeah.
That was when Facebook was big, and before that there was like Tumblr for like for my age, and now it's like Instagram really, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. They're the main ones at the moment. But it's weird how it changes now. The older generation, so like your
My
generation, my mum, that kind of thing, they're now still on Facebook because they haven't moved on from
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Stash,
yeah.
to be honest, I mean everybody's different, but would you really find much interest in Instagram? Like I feel as though my mum likes reading posts and reading
Yeah.
different things, whereas I quite like going through and looking at pictures and like
And
if I
video
read
clips.
yeah literally my video clips. I maybe that's because maybe we're lazy that we like
Yeah.
to watch instead of read, but it's just a different thingy. But you're right, Facebook was old school.
Have you got Facebook?
No,
No, I don't.
Your dad's got it.
My dad.
Dad's much
I'm
older.
not my dad.
Your dad's 100 years old.
My dad's probably younger than you.
No, he's not. Don't
No,
even,
he's not.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Why? We're not going to go there. You know that. He's over 50 plus, man. Your dad is right. Anyway,
No
we're not. Yeah, he's about your dad's age.
Really,
Yeah.
my dad's 50.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's not true.
yeah, your dad's 50.
No.
Your dad's a
He
granddad.
has hair.
He's got.
Yeah, he has hair.
But he's
he's
got white
50.
hair. He's got white
No.
hair.
Hang
Yeah.
on, hang on.
I've
He's,
got
hang
hair.
on, he's still got hair. Where's your hair?
No, but look, I've
You're
shaved it off.
baldy. You're
No, you
baldy.
haven't.
But
You
that
had
doesn't
Your
reflect.
daughter knows.
That doesn't reflect
No,
your
no,
age.
you're literally bald.
It runs in the genes. Okay.
Oh, yeah, in our family, to be fair, we do have a couple of bald people from an early age.
Yeah, my cousin lost his hair in 20s. A lot of my dad's lost his hair, so a lot of people have lost their hair. Anyway,
I saw Mum would say, look, swag. You
Yeah,
know,
in
it's
jeans.
Swag. In his
In
jeans
jeans.
and his belt, it's swag. He's got swag. He
You
needs
should see his
Instagram
jeans
page.
and she'll walk a piece. Oh my god.
Honestly, he's got. I don't know. Have you ever seen pictures of your granddad from?
Yeah.
He was. They were all trendy, man. They were trendy.
They were with
These that would
sideburns.
be big on Instagram.
With
back in the-
sideburns and-
sideburns, yeah.
and
I've
stuff
seen
like
that picture.
Yeah,
Big.
The fly has
Oh,
left
that's
the
good.
room.
Batman's happy.
fantastic. I don't know why you schedule 5. Like,
So there's some more benefits. I think Fatima's going to talk you through another
So
one.
social media can be used for like to promote small businesses and make a name for themselves, like for no or very little cost. So many of my family members, they have set up like such wonderful, successful businesses, and they've gained a lot of followers on social media. For example, I've made myself an Instagram account for my baking, and
Can you tell us what it's called?
Fatima Bakes.
Everybody go and follow Fatima Bakes on Instagram.
And one of my aunties, Asifa, she's made a huge following and a very successful business. Mashallah, you should taste her brownies. Oh God, they're so good.
what's she called?
Alpha
She's
Bakes
called
Cakes.
Alpha Bakes Cake.
She's the one who's got an advert with us. You know that?
Yeah.
Have you heard the advert?
I think I have.
Alpha
Yeah.
Bakes Cakes. I can't do the voice over.
Okay. And we've also got my uncle. His name's Adnan Malik, and he's got a butcher's, which has taken his butchering business to another level just using social media. His butcher's is called Malik Butchers. They've got a launch party on Friday, and right now
Today?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the opening is on Friday.
Opening's Friday. You've been there, haven't you? I can
Yeah.
see you dressed up with your apron. If those viewers, let's
Yeah,
get.
so if you want to follow any of these pages, we've got Fatima Bakes. Is that the official name? You've got Alpha Bakes Cakes. And then you've
Malik
got
Butchers.
the _butchers_kitchen_wv, and you've got Malik Butchers as well. There's like loads of different pages you can follow.
Local.
And
Yeah.
local businesses, like we're helping support local businesses. And I really like this social media part of it because Fatima mentioned you can set up these pages for nothing. Now, if you want to promote them, it's different because you can pay to get them promoted. But really, you can do it with nothing, and all it's very simple. You can say, like Fatima gave us brownies once, and I had deleted Instagram at this point, but
Because it was Ramadan. Was
Because
it
it was
the
Ramadan.
cleansing process? I remember
It
you
was
told
my
me that.
cleansing process,
I remember
yeah.
that. I remember.
yeah, and even like the Ramadan radio, like you can. So Fatima bought it, and then my sister posted it on her Instagram story, and then people can then click on it and follow Fatima from that. And it's actually quite nice because like it really helps build these small businesses, and it's at a low cost. Like literally, you can set up a page for nothing. If you want to promote it, I think it's a couple of pounds. But at one point, I don't know whether I should out this. I started a makeup page.
Oh.
But then I decided that it was haram, so I stopped the makeup page. Because I was like, I don't want to
Was it
influence.
good?
I'm all right. I'll show you the pictures after. I'm all
Yeah,
right at
you
makeup.
are.
I don't wear it, but
Can
I'm
you
all
make
right
me
at
look
makeup.
beautiful?
I don't know, that'll be a bit difficult. But basically, what I'm saying is, you can really promote yourself for very
Fatima
little
can
cost.
defend me. She said it's gonna look beautiful.
He is beautiful, guys. Everyone, my dad is beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
Okay, so there's many other people that that I know have set up big businesses, and they've been very successful just because of social media. Many large companies also use social media to promote their own businesses and products due to the fact that it's such a low cost.
Yeah, it's very low cost. Anyway, so I'm just going to talk about the next benefit, I guess. And I don't know, I think you might be able to like
Elaborate, yeah.
What's the
Relate.
word? Relate to it, that's the word. So social media can help two people connect. So there's
A boy and a girl.
no, I'm not talking. Well, I mean, yes, but we'll stay away from that topic. I'm talking about more in the context of you've got LinkedIn, which is okay. You kids probably don't have this LinkedIn
Yeah,
website, but I
but
do.
your
I have
parents-
it.
parents
Your parents
don't
might
worry
have
about it.
So it's basically for like
It's
business.
adult Facebook.
I mean, it's really not. It's boring. But actually, no, I quite like LinkedIn. I enjoy scrolling on it. It's basically for like business professionals. You can go on there and you can look for like business opportunities and look for job opportunities. And that's really good in connecting to people. So, say if I don't know, I'm looking for a job, I can put on my profile looking for a job in finance.
Yeah.
For argument's sake, like internship in finance, and then you can go on there and then employees who are looking for that can find you. But also, like, you can also find a lot of other. You can connect with loads of different people.
But you do have to be careful because sometimes you don't know if the person's right. But I think on these businesses, there wouldn't really
These
be much.
business, On LinkedIn, it's relatively safe. You still do get some people that are a bit weird messaging you. I just ignore them. But on Instagram, this is some of the negatives that we'll talk about in a bit.
The weirdos.
But you go weird.
Hello, what is your name? Location.
Yeah.
Those weirdos, yes.
Yeah. A lot of weirdos. Especially on, like, I found... I've always had all of my accounts on private. Like, I will never add people that I don't know because mine's a personal page that I only want family to follow and very close friends.
Selected
Because obviously
friends or family.
you're posting pictures on there, and I'll talk about this in a bit because I've had a couple of bad experiences. But I've noticed when you have a profile picture up, people are more likely to message you. I've now taken my picture down. And you still get people, bearing in mind, my picture is like, the like blue icon with like just a shadow. It literally doesn't even, it's nobody. It's just
It doesn't show
people
anything,
still want to message you and you're just like,
I don't know you.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, all they know is that my name's Zakir, that's it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
there's still, so you can get some weirdos on there, you're right. So you got to be careful.
I use
but-
my nickname and not my name, and that way that's helped me maybe be safeguarded, if I can say, from all randoms, because
It's true, yeah.
no, because they don't know who I am and my nickname. Only my close family.
Is yours on private or public?
Private.
Oh, that's
Everything's
good.
private. But if you would,
Because there's
if,
a lot
if
of
a friend,
family pictures on there,
Yeah.
and lots of things that you don't want to share with people that you don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm a selective sharer now. I've got to a point where I've gone through social media for so long. You put something and somebody sparks a conversation of it. What the hell, man? This is my private life. Leave me alone,
It's
type of thing.
true.
So anyway, my nickname, my school friends don't know. My uni friends don't know. So basically, they can never actively find me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So otherwise, then what happens is if you had a whole lot of school friends and a whole lot of university friends, it becomes a school university kind of gang, and it's you moved on from those people now.
Yeah,
and if you don't
yeah.
add them, then that becomes an issue. So basically, I use my nickname out of choice. and they've never added me, and I don't want to add them, right? And this is if I see them face to face, I have
That's
a normal, lovely conversation, but I don't need to be social media connected.
It's true.
Do you understand
No,
me?
I agree.
And I only
Is your profile picture your face?
no.
So that's
No.
You're in
The
it.
back
Though.
of
You're in it, but you're
but
not.
it's
You
all
can't
part-
tell it
it's-
to you.
it's-
You can't tell
no,
it to
it's
you.
but it is. Maybe I've done it on one of them, but generally it's all like Facebook and stuff. It's all private because remember, I've got a whole lot of people I know in the community. Once your number's on somebody's WhatsApp, right?
They can see your profile
Then
picture.
no, it comes up that you know so and so.
All the cookies and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's what happens. That's what
You know,
happens.
yeah,
Now look,
the
with
security
the Sunday
issue.
school, I got a whole lot of parents, right? With all different connections. You know, we're doing the Qur'ani stuff, we're doing the dates, and these numbers, and people are sending me messages, right? And then it asks me, this person's in your contact, do you want to
Do you wanna
follow
add
them?
them?
I'm saying, no, hold on, back up, no. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
for
yeah.
me, if they knew it was Yusuf Malik, and then they wanted to add me, it becomes awkward then if I don't add them or delete them or block
I mean,
them.
is that professional slash like personal
Yeah,
life
yep,
slash?
yep.
It's yeah. You can have a bit of a crossover, but really you want to have it separate. No, I get that. I think again, if we hopefully we'll get to it, but we can touch a bit about the security issues with social media because there is some. I've got a story to tell, but we'll talk about that later.
Right here. Can we, at this stage, very quickly, we'll run to one of our nasheed. Is that okay
Yeah,
with you
no,
girls?
that's a good point.
This
yeah.
is a nasheed that our friend Afia really loves. It's Zayn Bika and it's Zambiluni, I believe it is, yes. So if I play this for you, this is dedicated to our friend who is not a sheep. She's not a sheep. You mean, are you sheep? No?
No.
No? There you go.
Just Goldilocks.
No, fair enough. This is, it's over to you.
Stepped inside his home, he was overwhelmed with fear. An angel came with words from God, things were still unclear. Saying, read, read, but he could not read. Amazing words that he heard. A trembling deep inside his heart, confused by what had occurred. There was only one who could comfort him, to help him see the light, to ease his fears, to reassure, was Khadija, his wife. He said, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, Dathiruni, Dathiruni, a mighty task has come before me. I need you here with me, by my side, by my side. She was a woman of nobility, successful in all her trade. Many wealthy men had asked for her, she turned them all away. But when she saw Muhammad, a shining moon, may peace be on his soul, he was a light for her, so right for her, her life will now be whole. But she had never seen him so distressed as he was there that day. She would comfort him and hold him tight and chase his doubts away when he said, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, Dathiruni, Dathiruni, a mighty task has come before me. I need you here with me, by my side, by my side, by my side. We look for stories of love in places dark and cold, when we have a guiding light for the whole world to behold. We're so selfish in our ways, to the ones we hold so close. Our own pleasure and happiness is what we value most. But she sacrificed all her wealth and everything she had, and he honored her and gave her faith when the times were bad, when times were bad. Now years have passed, times have changed since Khadija breathed her last. And the message of the one true God was spreading far and vast. But then he came across some jewelry that Khadija had once worn. His eyes began to swell with tears, his heart began to mourn. 'Cause she was there for him when the times were rough and his enemies were cruel. She was the first believer, so keen and eager to comfort our Rasul when he said, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, Dathiruni, Dathiruni. A mighty task has come before me. I need you here with me, by my side, by my side, by my side. Rasulullah, Habiballah, Shafi Allah, Nabi Allah. He said, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, Dathiruni, Dathiruni. A mighty task has come before me. I need you here with me, by my side, by my side, by my side.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My brothers and sisters, a few
Welcome back, listeners. We're on the last segment of our show. It's been an interesting one. We have two lovely guests today, our hosts, should I say, Fatima and Zakia. And what are we discussing if people haven't been tuning in?
So we've been discussing social media and the benefits and maybe some of the drawbacks of it. We've earlier touched upon the benefits of social media. Now we thought we'd use the second half to talk about maybe the not so nice things that come with social media. As much as there's a lot of enjoyment, social media is fun. Like, it is fun. Majority of the time it's fun. There's actually also a lot of maybe negative things that come with it. Again, like, we're not mentioning, the list goes on, but we're only going to mention a few. So there might be ones that you think of at home, but these are the ones that we've kind of come up with and we wanted to talk about. So I guess let me start off. So one of the first ones that I thought about was, and maybe the most obvious one, is the bullying and cyberbullying that comes with having social media. So cyberbullying is like a big thing. You have these people called keyboard warriors, we like to call them. And because people are behind a screen, they can write whatever they want to whoever they want. Now, maybe like as an ordinary person, like myself, I haven't really witnessed any cyberbullying towards me, but I've seen a lot of like influencers get bullied because people can just make accounts, comment on these people's like image or whatever, and like make somebody feel really horrible about themselves, whether that's like a sister that's dressing incorrectly. You've got the haram police writing all the stuff on their posts. Like, there's a lot of cyberbullying that comes with it. And that must be quite hard for teens and kids. Like, imagine you've got bullying in real life at school, but then also you've got some more people that are behind a screen and they're bullying you
keyboard
online. Keyboard warriors bullying you online as well. So
I was touching upon that to somebody earlier today, right? I said, look, I've got a face-to-face relationship with you. I don't necessarily need a social media relationship with you, or because or a WhatsApp relationship with you. I'd rather talk to you, pick up the phone, or have a face-to-face conversation, because a lot of things can be said in writing, and then they can be manipulated. Then they can be forwarded and read in a different way. And your tone, look, when I'm calling you a sheep, I'm laughing. I'm just using a silly example, but if you wrote that on a message, and you weren't in a good mood, and you think, look, he always calls me a sheep, and I don't like to be called a sheep. I hate this person. You know what I mean? And it's just misread, isn't it?
It's true. You could sit there for hours saying, oh, like, what kind of tone have they said that in? What have I done wrong? Whereas maybe you were joking on the other end, but really when you're typing, it's quite hard to show your emotions on there. That's what I quite like, voice noting people, because then they can tell my like sarcasm and stuff like that if I am going to use it. But really, cyberbullying and bullying is like a very big thing. Now, alhamdulillah, I haven't personally had it happen to me.
Okay.
But I've seen people being bullied on social media.
I wouldn't say I was cyberbullied, but anything that to me looks like a negative comment, I don't like it, right?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I can only relate to that stuff, yeah. And I'm thinking, wow, this is me, a 40-year-old person, thinking, having a negative feeling towards a comment, which is not like a bullying comment, but just like somebody didn't like it, and I'm thinking, oh, that's not nice. Imagine if you were a youngster, 13, 14-year-old, 15, 16, it must be very difficult, because then that one comment is written and other people are then reading it as well.
So some people get so upset that they start hurting themselves, and then they think, oh, I'm gonna leave this world now. I'm going, and then they
self-harming. You mean?
Yeah,
self-harming. Yeah,
upsets them so much.
It's scary. Now I'm on TikTok a lot at the moment, and like. For whatever reason, all of my feed, basically what happens with TikTok is the more you like certain videos, the more that comes up on your feed. Yeah. So like, apparently I've been watching a lot of weight loss videos, so I'll get a lot of weight loss videos come up on my thing. And bless them, there's some girls that are really trying, and what they want to do is document their journeys to help other people, but also to maybe motivate themselves. And some of these maybe not in the best of shape, and they get some really horrible comments like, oh, you shouldn't be on here, go and do this to yourself. And I'm just like, these are young girls. Like, okay, now there's an argument of maybe they shouldn't be putting themselves out on there on social media to begin with. So then if these comments come with it, but really, like, I don't like the fact that these people can get away with it. Like, as in, I could make an account today, call myself like something very random, like 12345.786. I don't know, something random. I could call myself it, and then I could follow your baking page, right, for argument's sake, and I could comment horrible things on your posts, and you would never know who I am. I haven't done that, by the way, but I'm saying, like, it's so easy to do, and it's very, really it's quite
It's coward.
untraceable.
It's coward.
Yeah, like you could use like different Wi-Fi and do it, and like it would be really hard. So really, these bullies they easily can get away with what they're doing because. Say if something did happen, the police aren't going to look that deeply. Like I realise that sometimes they don't really care, but it's just so easy and you can easily get away with it. Whereas if I said something to you in real life here, you can say, actually, that was Zakia that said this, and she said this to me,
And you know
this
who
really
it is,
you know who it is. I can make a social media account, write anybody's post, and nobody would ever know who I am. Really, that's one of the like,
It's easily
dangers.
done. I call them keyboard warriors. They're sitting behind a screen, whoever they are, old, young, boy, girl, and they're doing that. And, sometimes they're motivated, sometimes their intentions, not everybody's got good intentions, you see. And they're hiding behind the screen and they make negative comments and actually do all sorts of bad things maybe relating to that. And you just have to be wary and you have to be very, very careful. Like you said earlier, I don't add anybody if I don't know them.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the way I am. I mean, anybody trying it. Anybody who sends me a message or a picture, I'm in doubt. I'm already in that motivation. Even if it says Zakia Sheikh, I know you're not going to send me that type of thing. Or I will pick the phone up to say, what's going on here? Because people are very crafty and they want to get into your social media. They come into different angles. They've not been added. They want to still get in. Mate, the door's closed. Leave it closed.
So the other day, my sister got a follow request from a friend of a friend. So she knew this person and she actually already followed the person. But she got this new follow request and she accepted it. She was like, it's this girl. She must have had just a new account or something like that. Then, long story short, she messaged this friend and was like, is this... It looked a bit... Like, it looked the same, but it was a bit dodgy. Like, she had two accounts. Like, why would you really have two accounts? Anyway, it turns out there was a random person that was using this girl's images, made a new account, and then followed all the same people that this actual girl was following, messaged them and was saying, I'm doing some charity work, can you send me money to this account? And it's so crafty, like, as in, like, the only reason why she realised, because she messaged her and she was like, is this, like, legit? Like, it wasn't anything to be suspicious about. It was just the fact that she had two identical social media accounts, but
running simultaneously.
all of these ones were, like, newer posts, but with the same pictures. And then, it turns out that they were just random people trying to get money, because, like, it's true. Say if you said that you would be careful. Sometimes you don't think about the worst thing. Say if Fatima had, like, a different account, right? And I didn't know, but she messaged me and she was like, like, I'm doing some charity work, send me some money to this account. Really, you're my cousin. I'd think, actually, like, why not send me money?
No
here's
problem.
Exactly.
Here's a fiver. And if you've done it to 10, 20, 30, 40 people, that's
you
a
can make
couple
so
of...
much...
It happened to me.
Really?
Right? A very well-known scholar person, right? I was following... names are not needed. I was following them, and I was gassed when they sent me a message. I thought, why did they send me a message? I said, okay, I acknowledge it. Assalamu alaikum, how are you, Sheikh, how you doing, I started, comments and questions that they had, and fair enough. Shortly, guess what they asked me for? Payment money. I'm doing this thing. And I thought, whoa, hold on, relax, Yusuf. I don't know you. I know you from TV or, you're on the, social media and all sorts of stuff, but I can't be sure. And what you just said fits now. I didn't do much investigation, because if I want to help the person or that charity or whatever it was, I'd go direct to them. I wouldn't come to them.
Through them,
This happens. This is called phishing, isn't it? This is called phishing. This happens.
This is something's happened to me like this. So I was on TikTok and I got this follow request by anyone knows Charlie D'Amelio. I was like, what? She followed me. And then I looked and it was a fan page. It was like nothing really bad happened, but I was just like, oh god, I actually thought it was.
You get gassed, don't you? You think, whoa. So with the phishing stuff, me and my wife have had so many emails from randomness. Your Netflix account or your iPhone. What's the iPhone pay? What's the iPhone thing? When you pay online?
Apple Pay.
Apple Pay account needs to be updated with the details. Click here and update your details. I don't have Apple. I don't have Apple Pay. I know my Netflix is not on that email. It's on a different email, or whatever. Why are they sending it to me? And if you look, if you go to reply back and you look at the email address, it's a dodgy email address. And I've been trying to condition everybody I know, especially youngsters that listen, do not follow everything. If Netflix, all these people want to contact you, they'll contact you in a different manner, and they won't be sending you random emails like this.
I've had. You must have had these ones, but about tax, a rebate. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Like when you get
yes.
I had one. It was funny because that year I hadn't been working, so like I definitely wasn't owed any tax. And then what I've realised is if you literally, like you said, just press reply, you can tell whether an email's dodgy or not. Like it would be from gov.co.uk or something legit, not like these ones are so weird. They're like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 dot whatever. Like it's fake account. You can tell. So like you've got to be very careful with stuff like this. But I think that takes you on to like one of the next points about how it can cause like lots of security issues.
Yeah, like hacking, and then this is the worst disadvantage of social media because it hacks your account and you just don't know. Hacking, if you guys don't know, hacking is an illegal activity, and it's when people can get access to your personal and your restricted information and of other people. So like if someone could hack your email, they could start sending people stuff and stuff that you have not sent. And so in January 2019, several people's personal Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter accounts has been hacked. Most of the hackers hack the accounts of people that they can blackmail and post and people post their personal details on social media. So that's why you shouldn't. Some people, if you're like a business, then you put your phone number, your email, whatever you want to on there. But you shouldn't really. And yeah, you should make them contact you if they know you.
So I mean, yeah, they will contact you in a proper way. And if you're in doubt, leave it out.
Yeah. So I thought I'd talk to you about a story quickly about again the security issues with social media. So like I said, I have a very private account. Like I think it sounds bad, but that the maximum I've ever had following me is 300, and that was when I was quite like I used to go to different like kind of youth clubs. I was in cadet, so I knew a lot of people. I've deleted majority of these people, and I think I've got like 100 followers from like a lot of them. Family.
You go through a phase where you're just adding, and then you've got so many random, and you think, I don't know if I relate to you anymore. And the other, do you know ones I don't like is the ones who I've added but they don't post. So I don't post. I don't like you. I'm on about that. Hold on, you got nothing to share, but you want to check my stuff out. So I mean, you might find I've deleted you because of that reason. I go through a cleansing process. I do.
I go through a lot of cleansing. But I think they're important because you have people on there that you just don't relate to anymore. Whenever I see somebody that's having a negative impact on my mental health, I'll just delete them. Like simple as that. Yeah. But I wanted to talk to you about a story like. So, like I said, I've always had all of my accounts on private, bar LinkedIn, but that's kind of one of them that you can't really have on private. The whole point of it is to be a bit public.
Available, because it's work related.
I had a post, I had a picture on my DP, and I think you could tell it was me. Like, it was on my DP anyway, so my dad's never been a huge fan of us being on social media and posting pictures, but I, as a bad child, whatever you want to call me, used to post some pictures on my private social media account. Anyway, once I was like, let me just Google myself, just see what comes up. All of my pictures were on there and had always been on private, and I was like, what the hell? I then deleted my pictures, so I was shook. I was like, that's so bad.
Did they go off then?
No, and it was still on there. And the point I'm trying to make is you can never be too careful with social media. Once something's posted, it's there forever. It's always going to be somewhere around.
Fatima, are you listening? Okay, let me have a father-daughter conversation here now. Fatima, come to the mic.
I only post baking stuff, just to let you know.
I have the rule that your dad has for Zakia, that I told them not to put my kids' faces and things on there. Me and Fatima understand that rule, so we're doing well. Maybe the other child doesn't understand as much, but this is the reason why. Because look, end of the day, like you said, that's really shook me now. I'm gonna have to Google my own name, right? Because I don't want that stuff, and we're very careful, aren't we, Fatima? That we do not do that, and and I'm only sharing pictures on very close circles, even on WhatsApp. Only family groups I'll share pictures. Because I don't want them around.
They can go anywhere.
I love. Do you know what? But I love pictures. I love going at it about. What I realized is I will only share a selection of it. I have so much content. It's unreal.
I put it all on Google Photos, and I love looking at my memories.
I got Google. Yeah, I've done it on Google. What are we saying?
So I only post on Snapchat to my private stories, so people I know, and what's it called? You can see if they've screenshotted it, and then you're like, why have you screenshotted it? I just block them straight away, and I'm just like, why?
Good.
And then you can see if they screenshotted it. You can see they just looked at it and then they just moved away, and then
But you've got to be careful. I also never post my younger siblings. Like now they're not that young anymore, but I refuse to post them because there's Nuzzer and things like that.
Yep,
But also,
yep.
you don't know who's gonna ever. You don't know which weird people are looking at your stuff. Like now, I'd like to think all of the people that I have there are not. Like I know them all. But for example, argument's sake, I wear a hijab. Okay, say if I'm on my phone and I'll put a picture up. I don't do this, but without my hijab on my social media, and my female friend sees it because I've only got females on there. Her brother might see it, for example, and it's quite dangerous. So I'd always say just be so careful. Like remember that what you put on social media, whether you delete it or not, will stay on there. Now, what I ended up doing was I went on Google and I like pressed on there. It's actually no longer on there, and they did remove it after a bit, but it was like a long process. And I would honestly
that's one
just
photo.
say one photo. I'd honestly say like you couldn't really tell it was me. I knew it was me because I.
But
knew that
imagine it
that
was a
picture.
proper photo.
Yeah, like it was basically like it was like a full body picture. Like as in I was clothed and everything, but you couldn't really tell it was me unless you knew me basically. But it was just like the principle of that's on there. But yeah, I just want to talk about one last point, and we're gonna finish it up with a video. But I want to talk about how social media can ruin someone's reputation. So really, social media plays a very big part in improving a reputation for a business or a person, but it can also ruin a reputation. So social media has the power and to shape the online reputation of a business or an individual. So you can put stuff on there, and like I said, it's always on social media and it's always going to be online. When you post it, it's going to be on there. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to play a quick video from Mufti Menk, and it's called Embarrassing TikTok Content, and I just want you to reflect on it.
Thank you. Before we go to the video, I just want to give you a bit of background. It's an email that was sent to Mufti Menk, and his message is be responsible. And that's all his message is saying. He's not saying anything else, but listen to it carefully. And what he said is, this email came to him, he said it was from a brother, and he said, I want to delete the content. My sister would never wanted to be remembered for this content. Nobody helping us as a family. So this is an email sent by a brother who lost his sister during the COVID-19, and she left some embarrassing content on her TikTok. Right? So
That couldn't get taken down.
No, couldn't be taken down. So we're over to Mufti Menk and see what he has to say.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My brothers and sisters, a few days ago I received an email from a brother telling me that his sister had contracted coronavirus COVID-19 and she passed away a few days earlier. May Allah give her Jannatul Firdaus. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant her the high and lofty rank and make it easy for her family. The matter he raised was that she had a presence online, on TikTok in particular, where she did some silly things, and she was just as a teenager. She did some embarrassing things as well. And now that she's passed on, they feel she would not have liked that type of a legacy. She wouldn't have liked those embarrassing short videos to be something that she's remembered for. So they tried to get it deleted, but unfortunately they couldn't. They say they've contacted TikTok and whoever else to try and help them, but unfortunately with no joy. Now, the point I want to raise is simple. My brothers, my sisters, my beloved children, when we use social media, use it in a way that if you were to die for some reason, you would not be embarrassed about the content that you have put out there. Sometimes people do silly things just to gain a following. Sometimes people do that which is very embarrassing, at times even unacceptable, in order to gain the attention of people. If that is the case, ask yourself, would I be embarrassed if this thing were to remain after I have died? And definitely that would guide you. As a believer, we should do that which is good. We should do that which is not embarrassing if we were to die. And even if we did not die, but we need to be much more responsible when it comes to the use of social media. Who would like a legacy to be left after them of that which is not good? So my brothers and sisters, I thought perhaps this very short message would inspire you to be much more responsible when it comes to social media. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us a good lesson. I pray for the sister who's passed on. I'm sure the Almighty, with all His mercy and kindness, would definitely look at her with the eyes of mercy. But at the same time, we also pray for the family through these very difficult days, with people messaging them, some with very bad messages, yet it's not their fault at all. This could have happened to anyone. Let's use social media in a very responsible way and ask the Almighty to grant us a death when He is pleased with us. Thank you so much for listening. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wow, what a message.
What a powerful video, yeah.
I never thought of that.
You don't think about it though. Like I'd like to think that we would never put up embarrassing content, but it's true. People do put stuff up for clout and stuff like that, and they forget that it's always going to be there.
And on TikTok, there's also this thing. It's drafts, something that you don't post, and it's only for you. People are saying that their drafts are being leaked on the For You page. So I got really scared, and I deleted all my drafts, or I just posted them on private. And private is literally only me, but I got really scared after that. My cousin told me, and then she said you should not get anything on your draft. So if you've got anything on your draft, you should make sure you delete
go through and delete all my drafts.
Because if it's on the For You page, people will see what you've done, and I do a lot of funny things, embarrassing things just for myself.
I think it's good because I will do my TikTok videos, but I'll never post them anywhere.
Yeah,
never, because I know for a fact like the only reason why I have them is just for a bit of fun for at home. Like I feel as though social media for me personally brings me a lot of like it makes me happy. Like it doesn't make me I'm not happy just because of social media, but I like going on it and like making myself laugh and stuff like that. Like these TikTok videos are funny, like I enjoy watching them, but also like there is people out there that would post these videos and for following for the clout, I'd like to say, but I guess we're sensible. And one thing that I do want to say is just reflecting off what Mufti Menka said, just be very careful about what you're putting out there. Like think about, okay, would I want this to be on here after I've passed away? And if the answer is no, don't post it or save it for you privately. Like I feel as though it's so important, and I think it's easy to forget that one day we're not going to be here, and whatever's left, people are going to be able to see without us being here, and we won't have a choice to stop them.
I mean, I'm it's got me thinking, that video has, to be fair, that a brother or somebody's passed away, you never think like that, do you? And I'm glad, Fatima, you've heard it as well, and I hope the youth and the youngsters have heard that and have understood what's going on there, because end of the day, you may be doing all sorts of funky stuff now, but if it's borderline wrong, let's use the word wrong, you know what I mean, you just don't want that legacy to carry on, right? Because these things are repeated again and again and again, more views. So imagine you're doing something wrong, or let's say haram, for example, if you're on social media, it'll carry on. It will never stop. Like I said, look, it's always there. You just cannot go into the media, into the internet and turn it off. Now the thing is, because everybody's doing it, we're all going with the flow, aren't we? That's what's going on.
Social media can influence you, really easily influence you.
So any concluding words, Fatima, before we finish today's topic? I'd love to touch upon this again, Zakia. We've got to pick this up again.
Inshallah.
So just be careful with what you post, and if you don't want that to be with you when you die, and that's what people remember you by, don't post it.
Yeah, I get just literally reflecting what Fatima says. Enjoy social media. It's there to have a bit of a laugh and a bit of a joke, but just be careful, like very careful. But hopefully you've enjoyed this topic, and we'll be able to touch upon it again in the coming weeks.
Thank you very much, ladies, for coming in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.